Daniel Richardson here with another episode of TPS-TV. This week we're going to be reviewing this dude's dad, sort of, the reboot of Child's Play. Yes, so Child's Play, we all know the story. Young Andy gets a doll, but not quite like he did in the old one. In the original, of course, we know it's his birthday coming up, and his single parent, ends up getting him, this good guy doll for his birthday, and then, of course, that doll, due to some voodoo shenanigans, that's a good title for a movie right there, Voodoo Shenanigans. Due to some voodoo shenanigans, the serial killer, Charles Lee Ray, gets inside the doll, and that's the whole thing right there. This one's a little bit different. And I'm going to say spoiler alert, this ain't really giving away major plot points. This is just the movie itself. But in this one, what it is, it's a disgruntled employee working at the Buddy doll factory. The dolls in this one are less dolls and more robots. They're almost like Alexa with legs, if you will. And this guy is disgruntled. He just got fired, so he ends up taking out all the safety features out of it. He's just like, you know what? Fuck this. Boom. And, of course, there's a component in there to make sure they would never harm humans. Well, he deletes that shit, too. And we get this robot that is kind of got all those special features, or those, safety features out of it. So, and it's the same thing, when the mother, played by Aubrey Plaza, it's a return, she works at the store, Z-Mart. Well, they just use S-Mart. Like, who owns the copyright on S-Mart? S-Mart should just be the one-stop shop in every horror film from now on. But anyway, that Z-Mart, she works there, and someone brings the doll back because, defective, and so she decides to hang on to it, and she's going to re-gift it to her son. I'm going to tell you right now, I really like this movie. I'm seeing a lot of hate. People are just hating on it just to be hating. Like, I'm gonna tell you, that's exactly what it is. Everyone's like, I don't like the look of it. It's totally different. There's no voodoo supernatural aspect. It's like, it's a fucking remake, people. This is the way a remake should be made. This is my same argument for Pet Sematary, why I loved it. Was because they took the original premise, which in this case is a boy with a killer doll, and then gave you a different take on it. If you don't like it, fine, don't watch it. That's how we got rid of Ghostbusters. We just didn't go to the theater, and guess what happened? Ha! It bombed. So, I mean, that's all you gotta do here. But I'm saying right here, I think people ought to give this a chance, because I really did like it. Like I said, they go more like bite-sized Terminator with this one. But, see, I even liked it due to the nature of the relationship between Andy and Chucky. Because in this one, like, it's a kid who, him and his mom just moved to this town, and he has no real friends, kind of impoverished. I'm not going to try to say it. Not even going to attempt to try that. He's poor. And anyways, but he, doesn't really have a whole lot of friends. So the only thing he has is this Alexa doll that walks. And it's funny because initially it's like Chucky was always evil in the original Child's Play. Like, he was just evil. He was a serial killer who his whole goal is to try to get back into a human form. And so, dude's a dick to begin with. In this one, though, it's like Chucky is his friend. Right off the bat, like, it's like he's loyal. He'll you stay right there. I gotta go to school. When he comes back, he was staying right there. Like, he's a puppy dog in a sense. In that sense, the thing is, he doesn't comprehend right or wrong. He just knows, like, when Andy's playing, or they're playing a board game, when he drops a piece on the floor, he goes to pick it up, and the cat scratches him. And all Chucky sees is, oh no, something has hurt Andy, I must hurt this. Like, that's his logic. And so I always like that part of this. Like, Chucky's not trying to hurt Andy, he's trying to protect him, but to a ridiculous extreme. So I like that aspect. I think that, just with that alone, I really kind of dig, that dynamic. Secondly, what I really dug about this one, the kills are fucking awesome. Like, literally, they did not skimp out on the gore or the creativity of how how Chucky kills some of these people. Thought that was really good. Andy's really likable. I mean, he's a kid in the first one. I mean, he's like a really young kid in the first one. Honestly, I didn't care much for 2 and 3 of the original Child's Play, and I've only seen them once, and I was like a kid myself when I watched them, so I don't really remember Andy's performance in 2 and 3. He was in 3, wasn't he? Yeah, I think he was. So it's just like, but I really like this kid here. In fact, this kid's probably, aside from the cop, there's a Detective Mike, the neighbor, the neighbor's kid or son. Aside from him, I thought he did really good too. I thought Andy the kid that played him did a really good job. He really was a standout here. So I dug it. I think it was just, once again, just good old-fashioned horror film, awesome kills, and a really unique story and take on this. It made money, so guess what? We're going to get more. If I have a complaint, if I'm being honest, and after talking to a friend of mine, I kind of realized that it's not necessarily the actress. I think it's just the way she was written. But I like Aubrey Plaza. Always have. I liked The Little Hours and Dirty Grandpa. Or Dirty. What the hell is that? Whichever one has Zac Efron. I know there's like there's Bad Grandpa. That's the Johnny Knoxville. Dirty Grandpa's with Robert De Niro and Zac Efron. But I like her. But she is always kind of like playing herself, or I guess she's playing the same person, just a sarcastic chick. But here, that's pretty much gone. Like, she does turn in a different performance. I think it's just the way she was written. I mean, she's not supposed to be completely likable. I mean, to a certain extent. But I mean, there's the whole thing with there's this new guy that's kind of there, and he's not really a stepdad because they're not married, but he's the mom's boyfriend, and Andy just does not like him. And she's just she doesn't quite see why. She just and just I don't know. In the end, I didn't really care for her, but when I'm talking to a friend of mine, he was just like, well, that's just the way she was written. I'm like, yeah, good point. That wasn't really her performance. Because, I mean, really, it worked, I guess. So, my only real complaint was I wish the ending was a little bit more insane and brutal. I won't give anything away, but there is a final showdown, so to speak, with Chucky and others. And then, of course, the people out trying to buy it. I don't want to say too much to give it away, but carnage ensues, and it was great. I just wish we would have got more. Like, I really wish that scene would have went on for another 5 minutes or so, just doll killing human carnage, or even vice versa. I mean, it could have been an all-out war. But other than that, like I said, I really dug this movie. But it's horror. People are gonna bitch about it, and I'm like, I don't know. Child's Play was just never sacred ground for me. Like, I just always had fun watching them. People hated Seed of Chucky. Hated it. I loved it. I thought it was fun. Bride Chucky, great. In fact, Bride Chucky may be my favorite. It's a toss up between Child's Play and Bride of Chucky. But and then I really liked the 2 sequels, The Curse and Cult. I thought they both did really great. But when they said we're remaking it, everybody's groaning oh my god, man, let's do another straight to video sequel. I'm like, I'm okay with it. Remake it. And the thing that they remade it. They didn't just copy. They didn't do a carbon copy. They didn't just do the whole thing again. And I think, honestly, that's another good thing about this was Mark Hamill, which I didn't mention earlier, I should have. I thought he nailed it. Because his take was different. It wasn't the sadistic, psychotic serial killer. He's just playing a naive, new-to-the-world robot. He's experiencing everything for the first time, and I like it. I thought it was a really cool. And so when he does gradually just go complete villain, even though it's arguable, is he really a bad guy, or is he still just good? Just his concept of right and wrong are off. I think it works really well. I think Mark Hamill did a tremendous job. And I feel like, no one's going to ever replace the original Child's Play, nor are they ever going to replace Brad Dourif as Chucky. And here they're not trying to. They just did a different take on it. And I feel like a lot of people just aren't even willing to give it a chance. But it is what it is. I say check it out while it's still in theaters. This is definitely one worth checking out in theaters. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So if you guys have seen it, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of it. And what you think about the sequel. They already made plans. They're going to do a part 2. Or another chapter, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm down for it. I love this one. So that's all I got, guys. Thank you for watching. There will be no TPS-TV next week. Got a little thing going there. Sorry, my camera started freaking out on me there. Let me close that real quick. So anyways, there will be no TPS-TV next week. I'm on vacation right now, and I got a few other things we're doing behind the scenes here. We got a new show coming out on TPS-TV, and I'm kind of getting everything set up on that one. So yeah, 4th of July coming up, guys. Enjoy yourself, be safe, and that's all I got. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Catch you later.